more ideas of things that you can do where you don't have to go out and do them. You can do them in your own home to just get some basic fitness underway. But if you're interested in the idea of exercise but can't stand the thought of pounding the streets or going out to the gym, the chances are you might be in the market for a treadmill. Running machines vary in price from a few £100s to thousands. So what do you get for your money? Northwick Engineering, based near Pershore, actually design and manufacture treadmills, and we've sent our reporter Louisa Curry along to find out what you get for your dosh. Have had a go yet, Louisa, at all?
I haven't, no. I'm eyeing them up. But I've just hot-footed it around the corner from where I was a few minutes ago. They're based here on the Keytech 7 Business Park, just beside the Royal Mail sorting office here in Pershore. And with me is the director of the company, Alison Isaacs. So in terms of fitness and treadmills in particular, tell us what you do. You're quite into the maintenance side of things, aren't you?
That's right, yes. We're based in Pershore, but we travel all around the UK. We're happy to go and see one person with one piece of gym equipment, right up to hotel chains, and we've even had an inquiry on board a ship when they came into port. Could we go and look at their gym equipment? So, yeah.
Fantastic. So in terms of, you said you sell a limited range. You don't have a huge amount, and you have them online, don't you?
That's right. You can go to our website, northwick.eu, or if you want some advice on buying other types or other brands, then we're always happy to talk to people and give them free of charge advice.
So, if people are looking to invest, what sorts of things, what advice would you give? What tips have you got for them?
Right. I would always recommend, if you can afford it, please buy new and take an extended warranty. If budget's a problem, then you can buy second hand, but always try before you buy, and if possible, build it and try it at home before you part with any money, and always check that you can get the spares, as quite often there's some Chinese imports in particular, and you can't find the parts after about a year, so that can be a bit frustrating.
And is there anything you need to consider in terms of ability, in terms of how fit you are, what you need it for? How do they differ?
Well, if you've got a medical problem, you might want to look at a cross trainer instead of a treadmill, because they're a bit easier on the body and the joints in particular. But there are obviously different levels of treadmills within the industry, so very much dependent on budget as well. But if you're a serious marathon runner, then you really need to be spending over £1,000. If you're a home user, if you can afford to spend £500, that would be good. And obviously there's a middle range as well, depending on how often you use it.
So you need to be spending probably, as you say, £500-ish to be getting something worth having.
Absolutely, yes. If you can afford it, go over the £500 mark and get a good warranty, and that should stand you in good stead.
And something we were chatting about before we came on air, something I didn't realise is you need to actually consider maintenance as well, don't you? I've got mine in the garage. I think you're going to tell me off.
Yeah, garages and conservatories and sheds are not the best place for treadmills. If you can only fit them in there, then please try and fit some background heating, such as a pole heater. They prefer the warmth of the house and the less fluctuations as possible, because obviously some of them have got electronics on, and they don't like the cold too much.
Now, I know you do recondition a few as well, and they make it for sale as well?
They are, yes. Occasionally we put them on our website, or if you just give us a call, because it changes all the time, and we can just speak to our engineers and see what they've got on the van that we haven't seen back at work yet. And we try and keep the treadmills going as long as possible, but as you say, at some point they do go beyond economic repair, and you do have to look at replacing them. But we did repair a treadmill that was 18 years old for one customer, because she just loved her particular treadmill. So there you go.
But that obviously is an extreme case. Do they have a kind of a general shelf life in terms of when you're thinking, I'm investing £500, how long is that going to last me?
It really does depend on how much you're spending. You should be able to get sort of 3 to 5 years, probably longer. A lot of the better brands will have a 10-year warranty on things like motors. Some of them are even lifetime. So please do not throw that receipt away. Keep your proof of purchase, and that will stand you in good stead as well.
Yeah. And do they go in the sales? Is this the kind of thing that we might be able to find marked down anywhere in any shops, or what have you? Have you got any sales?
We haven't got too many for sale at the moment. They are marked down a little bit on the website if people want to take a look. But yes, if you're looking at high street lenders that are going to be there in 12 months, 3 years, 5 years time, then certainly go and get them, because they have a very good purchasing power with the manufacturers, and if anything should go wrong with your treadmill, then if you're having problems getting your repair undertaken, then they'll act on your behalf, and you can always go and take your receipt back and say, please sort this out, or I want my money back, please. So that's good as well.
Lovely, thank you, Alison. Well, not a particularly cheap option by any means, but I guess if you're comparing it to gym membership, Tony, then it does suddenly become a bit more affordable.
I suppose really anything. I mean, if you have the money to spare and you're thinking about exercising at home and it's something that you want to do, maybe the investment is worth it. It's your choice, of course. Although it is interesting that before I decided to start running just over a year or so ago now, I remember reading something saying that the great thing about running is it doesn't cost you anything. And apart from the £1,000 for the treadmill and the £200 for the shoes and the £78 for the top that you run in and the £48 for the jogging shorts, and then there's a special drinks in the...
See what you do, but I can do it better. And the time